Good day, everybody. Welcome into Friday the 5th of May 2023. This is your reading for the full moon lunar eclipse happening in Scorpio today. In UK time, it's about 5:30, 6:30 this evening. Where's my moon diary? Let's have a look. Change your time for your particular time zone. Doing a full moon in Scorpio. 6:30 the UK time. Okay, and then we've got the sun at 15 degrees Taurus at 1919 for those that follow the repeated numbers, and that's the astrological point of Beltane. So no more waiting, let's get on and do this reading. The morning message for today was phenomenal and absolutely on point. So let's see what the energies are like for this specific reading for the full moon lunar eclipse. So we're using the Gaia deck, and then I'm going to use the El Goliath shadow deck as always. So let's see. What do we need to know for today's full moon lunar eclipse in Scorpio happening on the Friday the 5th of May 2023? Messages from Spirit, please, for the collective. What help, advice, support and guidance can Spirit give the collective to help us navigate these energies for our highest and greatest good? What do we need to know? I've got a hair on my chin from somewhere. What do we need to know? Okay, so let's see. Oh, nice. Evolution, earth changes, climate change and transformation. And with that we've got the dream. Something is revealed, insight and breakthrough. Well, we do have the sun conjuncting Uranus at this lunar eclipse, and we've got peace, dissolving unwanted or disturbing thoughts. Okay. Okay, so I've got a sense of the solar energies and the lunar energies, everything brightly lit, the sun energies and the moon energies shining brightly. So although, you know, it's a full moon and a lunar eclipse in Scorpio, it's saying to me that the Taurian energies are also as important. There's quite a lot going on in Taurus. So in Scorpio we've got the moon and we've got the south node, but over the other side of the chart in Taurus we've got the sun coming up to a conjunction with Uranus, which will be exact on the 9th. So the sun, Uranus, the north node, Mercury retrograding, and Vesta, the asteroid of hearth and heart and hearth, the sacred feminine fires. So there's a lot of earth energy going on, and feeling a good connection to the earth. I talked in the morning message reading about purging and detoxing. If you imagine sort of your life as a garden and you're pulling out the weeds and seeing where those roots go to find the root cause, or where certain limiting behaviours and thoughts and mindsets and belief systems and all sorts originate from in this life or in past lives or along family sort of lines and things like that. And this lunar eclipse is really about pulling those weeds up, getting rid of them, putting in new soil, and then asking yourself, what do you want to plant? And so the images I'm getting is like sort of planting like the seeds of bliss, or, you know, a little plant of love, a tree of joy, and really thinking about those new earth energies that we want to bring in and planting those in the fertile soils of Taurus and also the North Node as well. So it's what we're going towards. Okay, what are we creating? What do we want to manifest? Thinking about the world we want to create. So like a deep connection and resonance with nature, with Gaia, with Mother Earth, being deeply connected to ourselves in our bodies. And sort of, so the evolution is the connection for me with the planet. And transform, as we transform ourselves, we help to transform Gaia, planet Earth. Dreaming in the new reality and everything. What do we want to manifest? And then come into a place of peace with it all. Not letting the anxieties and the fears and the negative emotions overrun us. Okay, being able to come back to ourselves, coming back to our inner peace and things like that. So let's do some tarot and see what the tarot. So I've got a really strong waft of incense when I just moved over there. I haven't got any incense sticks there, but it's like, ooh, that's rather nice. Okay, so let's pick some cards, see what the cards have to say. So what do we need to know for the full moon lunar eclipse in Scorpio happening today, Friday the 5th of May 2023? What messages does Spirit have for the collective? What help, advice, support and guidance can Spirit give the collective to help us navigate these energies for our highest and our greatest good? What do we need to know? Okay, so let's see. Split the deck. Okay, so where we find ourselves, the Six of Swords, the brand new journey. Okay, so it is a sense of that transformation, that moving away from the South Node towards the North Node energies. Going into the past, we've got the shaman, the medicine healer. Okay, he came out in the Beltane reading, and I think he came out in the new moon solar eclipse reading, possibly. It feels like he's been coming out rather a lot just recently, but he's good. That's good. Okay, then we've got death, the metamorphic moth below us. Above us, we've got temperance. The pool of balance, the pond of balance. Okay, definitely transformation and healing going on here, moving on to a different place. And then we've got the Five of Swords, the white scorpion and the black scorpion. Okay, with the Six of Pentacles, the sacred white scale bull. And the Two of Swords, the blind seal. And then we've got the Seven of Wands, the determined otter. Okay. And I am going to pick this because I did see it. Two cards wanted to come out together. We've got the Star, the cosmic guide. So I'm going to put that with that there. And then at the bottom, we've got the Two of Cups, the intertwined snakes. With the Two of Pentacles, the juggling snake. And the Eight of Wands, the meteor shower. And the King of Pentacles, the Father of Roses. Okay, so more grounded energy here. Okay, so where we find ourselves, we're starting off Six of Swords. Okay, we're moving from choppy waters to somewhere safer. I'm just looking at this, just that flames in the, got the Six Swords. It's almost, yes. So at the front here where the bird's flying away from, there's flames with the swords as well. Although in the, there's tornadoes, there's lightning, but on the horizon it looks a lot lighter. So we've got this bird moving from somewhere quite sort of torrid, I think that's the word I'm looking for, to the blue skies, the new horizons, and taking the nest with the eggs with them. And it's making me think of, especially with sort of the tornadoes and the lightning and the fire and everything, it's making me think of the earth changes and climate change. Okay, helping to move the earth through ourselves into the new earth paradigm is what I'm getting. Okay, moving away from this old paradigm, the abuses of power, the destructions, the disinformation, the hidden secret stuff, the destruction of the planet, you know, the whole caboodle. you know what I'm on about. And shifting, as we shift ourselves and we shift our consciousness and we start sort of dreaming about what it is that we want to manifest. What sort of planet do you want to live on? What sort of life do you want to live? Okay, because this as well, it's almost like sort of that Six of Swords goes in between sort of the need for transformation and everything, and then we're thinking about what it is that we want to create. Okay, dreaming, getting the insight, getting the breakthrough, and it brings us to a place of peace. Okay, so recently we may have been working on ourselves with the shaman, becoming our own medicine healer, doing our own healing. If you found yourself in the same energies that sort of these readings are about and they've been resonating with you and you've been doing the work, been looking looking in your garden, seeing what needs weeding, and yeah, generally doing the work of healing yourself. That energy is paying off, has paid off, and we're moving away from that. Our foundation at this full moon lunar eclipse is death, scorpionic energy, transformation. We're releasing, purging, detoxing all the old, everything we've outgrown, outworn, you know, and that can be stuff that goes right back into the ancestral lines and things like that. The habits, the behaviours, the limiting things that have been passed down the generation, the traumas and stuff like that, passed down the ancestral lines, and they're in our lives for us to deal with and do the healing. Woohoo! Yay! As someone that's just spent the last couple of years just doing ancestor work. Okay, and the message from Spirit above, temperance, coming into balance. Okay, as you know, coming to peace with the transformation as well, and just that coming into balance and harmony within ourselves. Okay, so we've got temperance here with peace, the new dawning, coming over the sea. I mean, that sort of below there looks like the sea, and the sun rising and reflecting on the sea, making it all appear golden, the golden dawn. All the metaphors are coming through today for me. So yeah, brave new world and new beginning. Yes. And that can be personally as well as collectively. And I'm seeing that as solar plexus as well, the gold of the solar plexus, reclaiming your power, bringing your authority back into yourself. Okay. Then we've got moving into the Five of Swords, the black scorpion and the white scorpion. And I'm seeing this as sort of, you know, sometimes, you know, sort of we're trying to transform and things like that. We're trying to, when I say be positive, I don't mean that in any like superficial way. We're trying to change our behaviours. We're trying to release old mindsets and things like that, old anxieties and fears. But sometimes when we're going through that, we can feel like this little teeny tiny little white scorpion here, and almost like powerless against sort of the old big black negative mindsets or the chains or whatever it is that have held us hostage, and we just have to hold on to our light to overcome. And for me, the Five of Swords is often a message not to don't self-sabotage, remain in your light. Okay, no matter how big those fears, those anxieties, those emotions appear and feel, stay in your light. And that just reminds me of a saying from the Chinese that I came across in the I Ching. Excuse me. About sort of, I'm probably going to mix up 2 or 3 different Chinese sayings here. Just a warning. It's a few years since I've done the I Ching, but for many years I did the I Ching every day. And I used to know my hexagrams off by heart. I used to know most of the changing lines off by heart and everything. But, we evolve, and change the methods of divination that we use or we turn to. But anyway, it was something about sort of the power of sort of false dragons. And it was about sort of the crescendo of waves. So sort of when you're trying to change your behaviour, the first false dragon is like sort of the first wave, and it's massive and it nearly overpowers you and it might knock you over, but you get up and you get back to stand in it and get back to that being in your light. And then the next wave comes along, it's not quite as big as the first one, and it might just push you off balance, but you keep your ground in. And then the third false dragon, the third wave, the smaller. And the more sort of we are stable in ourselves and in our power, the more strength and resilience we have against that big black scorpion. And they gradually change in size. So we end up with being in our light, being the big, strong, bright light, like the star. And then we look down and you can see your fears and everything become like this little tiny little black scorpion. And it's like, I see you. Yeah, I see you, fear. I see you, anxiety. And, you don't hold any power over me anymore. We've transformed, we've grown. With each challenge, our resilience and our inner strength just grows greater. So that's the message I'm getting from that. The clarifiers. Okay, so we've got the Six of Pentacles here. The sacred white scale ball. So this is about reciprocity, give and take. It may be that we're in a position to help somebody else out, or it may be that sort of we receive the help that we need. It can also be like a little windfall or something like that comes in, that we weren't expecting. I'm getting balance. We've got the Two of Pentacles here, that reciprocity, give and take. And with the Peace and the Temperance card, I'm getting a sense of that constant flow between give and take. So as we give out, what we give out is returned to us, and sort of that self-fulfilling prophecy of, you give out love and you get 3 times love back. If sort of you're doing negative things, then that's returned to you 3 times in different ways. So that reciprocity, give and take, and being sort of in balance with the universe. Then we've got the Two of Swords. I've noticed we've got three twos in this reading. We've got the Two of Swords, Two of Cups, the Two of Pentacles. What we haven't got is the Two of Wands, but we do have the Star, which I'll come to in a moment. So we've got the Two of Swords. We may not know which way to go yet. Sometimes we just have to hold in a place of balance. Remember, we're in the middle of Mercury retrograde as well. you know, things are still unfolding, things are still sort of moving around and falling into place. What we've got here is the crescendo, the full moon crescendo. And in the next couple of weeks, those energies will going to calm down and swoop into the next new moon. And I've said to you before on this channel that we look back at the new moon that went before. So our last new moon was a new moon in Aries. Okay, it was the black moon, because the new moon before that was in Aries. But so we started the lunar cycle with Aries energy, and the month's journey we've been around all the signs of the zodiac, and then right just before, the couple of days before we have the new moon in Taurus, we come back to the moon being in Aries, and it gives us a chance to reflect and review, see how we've changed, what we've learned, do we now stand more in I am, before we step forward into the Taurus new moon and the energies of I have, and then start the next cycle, and sort of it all works through our lives over the month. Okay, so that's how I see sort of the energies working. So we may not know yet where we're going. We may not see our way forward. There's a lot to unfold yet, and especially in that week. Not this week, the 8th, the week beginning the 15th, there's a hell of a lot going on there. So, you know, we don't have to do anything. We can just sit in the transformation. Okay. And then we have the 7 of Wands, the determined otter. So this is about standing up for ourselves, standing in our power, standing in our light, the light within. And no, we don't have the Hermit here. The Hermit was in this morning's reading. Okay. Get my readings mixed up. But we stand in our light, in our inner strength, in our resilience and everything, in the light. And in our own energies. And also, the 7 of Wands is Mars in Leo. And Mars moves into Leo on the 20th. So definitely, we're not having to do anything right now apart from see what is coming up. And we're going to be integrating it between now and that new moon in Taurus. Planets changing signs, sun going into Gemini, all of that energy. Okay, that's one. I'm seeing this as a timing card. So yeah, that's between now and then. This is a transformation that's happening. This card wanted to come out, which is the Star. So this is about hope and opportunity and new beginnings and things. Why did I want this? What was this? This was connecting me to. Oh yes, I remember now. So I said we've got the 3 2s with 2 of Swords, the 2 of Pentacles, the 2 of Cups. What's missing is the 2 of Wands. But it doesn't matter because we've got the Star here, which is bigger than the 2 of Wands. So, you know, in the 2 of Wands, you've got the figure between the two wands, looking out at the possibilities of the potentials, of the opportunities. Well, go big or go home. The Star, wishing upon a star, looking out at the new beginnings, the new hopes, the new opportunities, the new possibilities. Okay, we've done the healing, we've been doing the healing work, we've come into balance, we've transformed, and now we're looking out at the new beginning. Okay, underneath, we've got the 2 of Cups and we've got the 2 of Pentacles, snakes, the entwined snakes and the juggling snakes. I think this is what's going on in the subconscious as well. And the message I was just getting from this was the black and the white, the masculine and the feminine, the yin and the yang, the balance, the peace, the bringing into balance. So the subconscious and the conscious, it's about sort of those opposites. And we will, you know, when we go through a transformation, it's not, Oh, look, I popped through a transformation. It's done. It's what I was saying about the false dragons. And we keep getting challenged. And with each challenge that we overcome, we grow stronger and more balanced and things, etc., etc., etc. So these two cards together are showing me that journey of harmonizing two opposite facts and gradually bringing them into balance and harmony in the middle. And as we do that, it brings about sudden change. The Eight of Wands, the meteor shower, things coming in really, really quickly, things changing. You know, our lives can change in a moment if we've been doing the work and showing off, getting on with it. You know, it all goes along under the ground for a long time. Do nothing to see here, nothing to see here, nothing to see here. And at the right moment, the moment of divine timing, it's like it bursts forth. It's like, oh my God, where did that come from? But, you know, it's been growing in the background for a long time. We just haven't seen it. It just explodes out into our lives. And then we come to the King of Pentacles, the Father of Roses. You know, I was talking about sort of, you know, the gardens. We've got crystals here. We've got roses. You know, the things you want to find in your garden. I want to find roses and crystals all over my garden. That's the sort of garden I'm going to plant. But it talks of abundance. It talks of security and stability and being grounded. We've also got moths and butterflies here. A pentacle, all about being in balance and transformation. And with with it being a tiger, reclaiming your power. So yeah, what sort of garden do you want to grow? I want to grow the Father of Roses in my garden. Okay, and of course, for King of Pentacles is Fire of Earth, Cardinal Earth, which is Capricorn. It's about building from secure foundations upwards. This is what we're doing from this full moon lunar eclipse through to the new moon, is we're building those firm foundations. Once we've poured the weeds up from the roots, then we can start putting in better soil, and then we can start planting things that with the nourishing soil and everything, you know, and our flowers of love and joy and everything, they can all grow up and we have a beautiful garden. Put some crystals in there, maybe a little water feature, nice little summer house to go and sit in the evenings having a glass of wine. Do you know, whatever is your fancy, whatever your garden looks like. I know exactly what my garden looks like, my fantasy garden looks like. It's not a fantasy garden, the garden I'm going to have someday in the future. But I'm planting the seeds to grow it now. Okay, and you can do exactly the same. So, oh my God, that feels like, what was that? 28 minutes? That was these moon ones and, you know, turning of the solar year ones are always big ones, aren't they? There's a lot going on at these times. So anyway, I'm going to shut up here. I hope the reading resonated for you. And you got something from it. If it did, please do like, share and subscribe to the channel. Click on the wiggly bell for notifications when I'm releasing readings. Otherwise, have a wonderful day. Get the most of everything you can out of this full moon lunar eclipse Beltane day. And until tomorrow, thank you for watching.